One of the challenges with being injured is you're sort of confined to a little room a lot of the time, and it might be only a few hours a day, but those hours become very long when your teammates are out training and mucking around and kicking balls and stuff like that, and you can't really participate in the usual activities that you would. That's when it becomes difficult. My name's Tom Williamson, I'm 19 and I play for the Carlton Football Club. Crank some tunes. I think early on I probably did a little bit more than I should have been in terms of off-season programs and just, I guess, work around the club. I probably did a little bit too much at the time for what my body was ready to do. I got kneed in the back and broke my back, and then I bumped a bloke and did my AC. At the stage I'm at in my life, it's probably one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with. A lot of the things that people don't realise is that you're in there every day. When you go from doing that every day to not doing much at all, it's very, very taxing mentally. I feel like I obviously owe the footy club a lot for the amount of time and effort that they put into me. So yeah, I'll use this year as motivation, and I'll put it in the bank. And yeah, obviously when my body's willing and able, I'll be back out there and roaring to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Footy was a passion of mine early on. Grew up, my dad played at Ararat, so was always down at the local oval, having to kick with him from a young age, and then obviously got introduced to Auskick and through the junior ranks from there. Early days it was always going to watch my sisters play, whether that was basketball, and they played sort of all around the state, so we would get away and always enjoy watching that. So I moved down to Ballarat around the age of 13, I think it was, in year 8. So moved down there and got onto the parents, and they were happy to support the move. So I went down there, and Mum's mum lives down there, so Nan for me. So I moved in with her, and she was very supportive of me, similar to my parents. Well, I think early on I enjoyed my basketball as well, so I had some mates down there that I'd played basketball with, and obviously heard a little bit about St Pat's and their football program that they ran, and had some contact with the Rebels at that stage also. So yeah, I think it was a bit of a no-brainer for me if I wanted to pursue my footy career, that was the right move for me. That's one of the reasons, I guess, you come down to St Pat's, is to put that jumper on, and it's a very proud and honoured jumper, so to put it on was massive. So obviously when you get picked in the Rebel squad, you're sort of hopeful, but you're never really sure on where you sit. Well, that's how I felt anyway, and then I guess through having growth spurts and then discovered the gym and got in there and put a bit of size on, and I think that really helped me through my later years in the Rebels. Under 18 was a good year for me. It was obviously year 12, and you go through those challenges at school, and then for me, getting away from school and into a TAC Cup environment where you're in, I guess, with 18 other blokes that are trying to get to the same place as you. So I was pretty lucky to have several blokes drafted in my year, and build a strong relationship with them, and obviously still keep in touch now. So that was good fun having them there, and I think we all sort of built that bond that will last forever. I'd had a little introduction type meeting with Carlton, and left that meeting not feeling a whole lot confident. I don't know why that was. I thought it was just sort of the general procedure that I'd give to most kids. You've got to have that grit and determination. I think that was my biggest strength. I reckon I outworked people that were in probably a similar position to me. And I think that's a trait that I've taken into my career. The club was very keen for me to go into a host family being so young when I was here, and I'd never had that experience away from home. So they sort of pretty early on told me and gave me a few options and met up with a few families, and yeah, I felt that this was the right fit for me, so yeah, went ahead with it and I've loved it. I've had to grow up very quick and become very mature, leaving school to coming straight down here and not even having my licence at the time, to then all of a sudden just doing basic things from shopping for yourself, paying bills, stuff like that. You just have to learn to adapt and grow up very quickly. So this will be my last year at the host family. Currently going through the stage of looking for houses now. Got a few friends from back home and potentially some players that I'll be moving in with very soon, so that's exciting. Very happy with my first year on how that panned out. Obviously didn't expect a game that early, I guess, from where I thought I was at the time, but then I guess a few good games and then I sort of built confidence off that, and yeah, I think I had a pretty good year in the end. This year was a bit of an eye-opener, I guess you could say, and worked through with our PDM at the club and got myself going on a business course, just a diploma in that, so I finished that now, so that was a good taster for me, and I'm not too sure what I'll look to do next year, but yeah, I think small courses like that are very, very good in keeping your mind active away from footy.